G'day, mate, and welcome to Surviving Mars with me, JD. So, okay, first off, brand new game. It's actually free on Steam right at the moment for a 2-day trial. So by the time you see this video, there's probably still a 1-day free trial if you want to go look at it. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of things. This is going to be a prequel video, so we're going to basically run through the tutorial. Probably not going to actually get into gameplay. I will warn you that. Depending on how the video goes, I might release 2 videos back to back. We'll see. First thing I want to do is I want to look at the options menu. And I just want to go through and sort of have a quick browse. We can limit the frames. I don't think that's going to be an issue for my PC. Eye adaptation? What's the hell's an eye adaptation? Audio. I've already had to turn down the music, and I'm going to have to turn it down more. Because it seems whenever I start playing with the music settings, the music cuts out, which is really helpful. Pretty standard ones there. Gameplay, autosave count. Show fireworks. Sure! Auto pins 50, auto pin 50. I don't know what half these things are. Key bindings, full list of key bindings. I love list of key bindings. I even love it more when there are key bindings in the game that aren't actually set. That's even better for me. Credits we don't need to look at, so we're going to jump in the tutorial. The basics. So now, Surviving Mars came out quite some months ago, if you remember.
Welcome to Mars.
I'm talking, narrator. Please be patient. Good. Now, it came out months ago. Now, there are a number of websites where myself as a creator can go and request keys for different games. And Surviving Mars was one I was actually looking forward to. I requested a key and I heard nothing. And I've heard nothing since because the request is still active. The funny thing is, it's now been given away on Steam for a free weekend. Well, it's not given away for free. It's a free trial, so you can play it for 2 days, which Steam does all the time, and I love that. On top of that, this is a game by Paradox Interactive, which are the guys that made City Skylines, which I have played a lot of, I'll be honest. I have sunk hours into City Skylines. And I know there's been highly requested for me to do a series on City Skylines, and I'd like to. I'm just worried about how many hours I'm going to have to spend editing down a long video into something that's shorter and more interesting for YouTube. But the funny thing is, a lot of these DLCs are also available to be requested. So I actually looked and I went and requested, because it was free at the moment, I went and requested access to one of the DLCs because I met the requirements. Funny thing is, Steam won't let you install the DLC unless you actually own the base game, which is pretty silly. But I can buy the DLC, even though the main game is just a free trial at the moment. But then I still can't activate it. On top of all that, okay, and this is the thing that really gets me, is the way Paradox set it up on, like, as I said, there's multiple websites where I can request games. On one of them, I haven't heard anything. On another one, I needed to have 1,000 viewers for every video, so I didn't meet the requirements. But for the DLC, I just had to have 1,000 subs, which I've got, obviously. So they said you can have the DLC, but you can't have the base game. I'm like, really? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I am Trading Simulator. Welcome to Mars, the scenario. You'll learn how to gather basic resources from the Martian surface, learn how to construct a small base, and how to refuel the rocket in order to send it back to Earth. Let's get started. Achievements disabled during
such
tutorials.
As this one
okay.
Will appear throughout the training process.
Please dismiss
giving you need to master the
camera controls
and familiarize yourself with the terrain around the prospective colony site.
Zoom. Pan. Use this one. Up, down, left, right. Zoom. M for
now it's time to land your first rocket.
Cool. Pin icon representing the rocket, the current orbit around Mars. Land the rocket on Mars.
With the rocket selected, designate a landing site on the indicated location.
Yes, boss. I don't at all feel like Elon Musk. Come on, rocket. It even looks like a SpaceX rocket. It really, really does. I love it. I love it. Now, is this art imitating life or life imitating art? We got lots of itty-bitty robots.
And we have touchdown.
Drones and resources.
The rocket has landed on Mars.
Carries drones. Gather basic resources. For building construction, one of the first things our Martian-based needs. Place a metal deposit so drones become automatically bringing metals from scattered surface supplies. Gather 5 metals. Use the building menu. Open. Oh. Infrastructure. Deposit. Metal deposit. So this just stores stuff. Space to pause and unpause, increase and decrease. Max speed. That's a different type of deposit.
Our rocket carries valuable resources
Unload the payload.
that will be essential for the
Place the
construction
universal
and maintenance.
depot. So let's slow the game speed back. Whoop, universal depot. Do I have a rotate? Ooh, and being it's on a hex, it rotates. It rotates not the way I'd expect on a normal game.
Metals, concrete is the other vital basic construction resource.
Proximity of a concrete deposit. Okay. Oh, okay. It goes that way. Ooh, press T? Oh, I can rotate the opposite direction. With T, not shift.
Well done.
Okay.
Now observe how the drones will carry all the resources to the site, and then construct the concrete extractor.
Sure. Max game speed and all that stuff. Go drones. We're just going to put things on this landing pad and it's going to inflate or something like that. It's like 3D printing a whole building. That's one awesome 3D printing drone. It's like with the magic of spellcraft, he makes it happen. Oh, we got 2 guys. We're casting spells twice as fast. And you're too late,
like
dude.
most buildings, the concrete extractor needs power.
Having a reliable electrical grid.
Having a reliable electrical grid
Stirling
and
generators.
supply is essential for the success of the colony.
Oh, but they're too complex to be built on Mars during the early stages of colonization. We ship them from Earth partly assembled on prefabs. So a Stirling generator, in case you don't know, works. Generates power whilst closed, generates protected from dust but produces less power. So a Stirling generator works by having hot on one side and cold on the other. I guess I don't have to do anything about power lines, storages, infrastructure.
Connect the Stirling generator and the concrete
Power
extractor
cables, there we go.
using a power cable from the build menu
That's what I was looking
to
for.
power up the extractor.
Oh. Delete. B, D. Turn off. I can't actually destroy. I don't even want to destroy it. I want to... Cancel. I want to cancel construction. Okay, well, it's too late now. It's built. Alright. Speed up game speed again.
Waste rock is a byproduct of all extractors and is best stored at designated locations. This way you can ensure that it will not be in the way of future construction.
It's always going to be in the way. Okay, place a dumping site and a concrete depot to store the extracted concrete. Build, slow down game speed, storages, dumping. Oh, fine. You really are bossy, game. You can put concrete there and a dumping site. I guess I could put this anywhere. It's gonna be in the way, no matter what. Look, this is a tutorial. We'll put it right beside.
Drones will pick pending tasks on their own within the range of the drone controllers they are assigned to.
Build a drone hub. So everything in that range we can control so far. Build a drone hub. Okay, build that one. Drone hub. There. That's already connected because it put it right there. You're making concrete, store concrete, waste rock. So you do 0.6 of 10. I'm guessing 10 is how much you can store locally.
Drones run on batteries that have to be recharged periodically.
Okay, make more recharging. I have to admit, straight away, I'm liking the right click to get to the build menu. So yeah, Scott
Maintaining
Manley.
a steady supply chain between Earth and Mars is essential, especially during the early colonization stages.
So we're gonna build moisture vaporizer and then a fuel refinery. So you make one water. Not enough power. Okay, that's a separate problem. And then you want a fuel refinery. And I already know. So I need more power. Need prefab parts for this building. You use resupply rocket, bring more prefabs from Earth, or research the technology Stirling generator. So yeah, I did get a chance to watch some
We don't have sufficient power for all the buildings in the colony.
We don't have an extra Stirling generator prefab we could use because I went looking.
A system of pipes is used to deliver resources such as water and air where they are needed.
Yeah, so build some pipes and build another Stirling generator right there and build me pipe. Like so. That made life easier. Okay. And power. Where's my power overlay? Power production, power demand. So the idea was I could actually have this shut down. Maintenance. Martian. Current deterioration 1%. If I open it up, it doesn't tell me how much faster it's going to deteriorate.
Fuel production is now underway, and the drones will begin to deliver the fuel to the rocket.
The rocket needs far less fuel, 5 than it would normally need 50. Okay. Okay. So robots are gonna. So we're making water. We're turning power and water into fuel to then launch the rocket. Drones commanded by the ship. I had a drone thing. 4 out of 20. Okay. Service area. Oh, I can slide that back. Okay. Waiting refuel, basic materials, advanced resources. Rename the rocket, unpinned, encyclopedia. Okay. So the option now is to speed the game up, have them bots, get them fuels, and shove it in the rocket. You're going to have one fuel shortly. Meanwhile, they're out here harvesting metals. We're going to be out of resources really soon. I don't see much else for the bots to go pick at. Oh, they just picked it up whilst I wasn't watching. Production per soul predicted and stored fuel. Okay. So if I change that down, just out of curiosity. Oh, hang on. No, you got basically the same range. So if I change that down to nothing. No? Okay. Select the rocket and launch descendants back to Earth. Okay. Bye, rocket! So tutorial 1 done. And there's all these robots that are standing here.
Congratulations.
Either broken
you have finished
or
the first tutorial.
Commanded by a drone hub. Okay. Play next tutorial. Rovers, exploration, and research. Sure, let's try and get through 2 in 1 episode.
Welcome, Commander. In this training exercise, you will get acquainted with one of your most valuable tools.
Okay. Select the RC transport. Right click to move. Cool. The rovers, so they're ultra fast.
The RC transport can load and carry resources around the map.
Let's use it
to refuel the nearby rocket.
Drones can take resources from the RC transport if they need them. However, unloading the resources quicker and will free up the RC transport for other tasks. Load fuel and then unload it. So where's fuel? Fuel's there. Load resource. Fuel. I've actually got to tell it what to load, even though it's full of... Okay. Load 30 fuel. And where's my rocket? Over here. Now, there are 4 drones there. Transferring resource. So it does it via laser beam. Oh, Elon Musk would love this technology. Just laser beam that fuel from there to there. I guess it's 15 per layer and it double stacks it to give us 30 total. But they said the rocket needs 50 normally. It needs 50 normally. Yep.
Now order the RC transport to unload the fuel next to the rocket.
Okay. Can I just unload it? No, straight into the rocket. No, okay. Unload resource there. Unloaded cargo at target coordinates. Alright, go rover. Ultra fast. Oh, game speed 3 does lead to some small artifacting. It's not all going to fit on there. Okay, you have 4 drones. So carrying 1 fuel, carrying 1 fuel. Oh, we just stack it up. Higher and higher. That's not going to work. I only loaded up 30 fuel. I already know that's not going to work. Right click, left click. Traveling to resource. Oh, they've changed it. It now only needs 30 fuel. I'm glad I didn't click and play ahead, because that would ruin the tutorial experience. Alright, we'll watch the little rovers just take stuff in super fast. Boom, done. Oh, I keep going back to pause speed. Launch rocket! Bye, rovers or drones. You're all going to end up fried. Carrying nothing, no orders, commanded by none.
Some drones are left without a controller after the rocket launch.
The rear-sign command also allows your rear-sign drones to understaffed controllers with heavy drone load. Assign these drones to the nearby drone. Wait, they're not going to get fried? Ooh. So I can't... Okay, so we're going to click you, and we're going to go... Reassign all. Assign as many drones to the target hub commander rocket as possible. Assign to this.
The RC transport is able to gather resources directly from surface deposits without the help of drones.
Send the RC transport to gather more metals and deposit indicated by the arrow. Okay, but I loaded up with fuel because you lied to me. Unload. There. You lied to me. You told me it needed 50 fuel. You lied, it only needed 5. It only needed 30. Alright, come on, unload faster. I think it's funny. I just saw the suspension went down. It got lower to the ground when it got empty. Nothing this time. Obviously fuel weighs more than resources. Metals 5. How much does it have in it? It's only got 5 in it. Of course it does.
Let's set up a small expand some distance away from the main base.
We need resources. Transfer large amount of resources. The model goes by the create transport route command. Set a transport route between the universal storage in the base and the marked location above the main base. Above is relative. Which way is above? Okay, select the rover and say create transport route command. With the command activated, left click the universal depot from the starting point of the route. So left click, load, which is looks like it's anywhere in that area. All materials. Load all resources near the marked area above the road. And the end point is up here.
Nice work.
Now observe it. Make its first course along. Things take too long, remember to speed up time. Sure, we'll just go straight through poles. We don't mind about that. So you're picking up polymers, you're picking electronics. You're gonna run over here and dump stuff. So it looks like where we dumped our colony in the first place, we did not really pick a good spot. Lack of natural resources. It has concrete, that's about it.
Commander, one other thing.
Mobile drone controller carries their own drones. Help you can gather resources from service deposits and maintain builders. When moving far distance, first recall its drones before moving off to its destination. Move the RC controller, which is over here, which has 4 drones. reassign all to there. So now you have 8 drones. And then you run here. So you'll run over here with your 8 drones, which means it should in theory take less time to get this done.
We need to construct a new sensor tower to scan the nearby environment.
Use the resources to deliver and build a new sensor tower that help us scan the nearby locations for new resources and anomalies. Okay. Ooh. Stay there. Sensor tower. You want it there, do you? Can I? Fine. Power?
Good job.
Do I actually need to connect the two with a bit of wire or not? Can we just know that, you know, if I'm putting one beside the other?
It's time to learn about scanning sectors and exploration.
Map view. Okay.
You can scan sectors of the map to discover new resources and anomalies.
One is Q sectors for scanning. The sectors will scan them by one gradually over time. Sensor towers speed up scanning process the sectors near them. The other way is to use probes, which you can buy using funding and bring on resupply rockets from Earth. Use a probe to explore a sector. You want us to explore a probe because they're selected. Mouse over selector and probe on the probe pin. Orbital probe. So that's what I've got selected already. Okay. I just did that. Map view. That.
You can also queue sectors for scanning.
On a sector, add a scanning queue. Queue up to 10 sectors scanning on a queue scanner. Remove it from. I said 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. It says up to 10. You lied. Okay, so that used our probe to do one scanner. Or we can put down these things. They'll do it slowly over time. They'll do as many as we want. Okay, select sector E4 to continue.
Well done.
Okay.
Now it's time to use our fully operational RC Explorer to analyze the anomaly.
Use the move or interact action in order to analyze the anomaly. This will take a while, so consider increasing the
anomaly found.
Speed to fastest. And I can just zoom in on whatever this is and say, is it left click?
Good job.
There's underground rare metals, underground rare metals, underground water. That'd be a lot of water. What is this icon? This dollar icon. Rare metals. Okay. And that'd be rare metals as well. Analyzing, analyzing, analyzing. Boom!
The anomaly has yielded interesting insights into new technologies.
New options for your colonies, such as new buildings, domes, and upgrades. Anomalies often provide bonuses for research, such as unlocking new technologies for research or providing research points. Open the research center. Research.
This is the research screen. From here, you can choose and queue text for research.
Text is divided into 5 basic fields and a field for specialized breakthrough text. When you research text from a given basic field, you unlock a new tech in that field. Breakthrough texts are a special unique tech that are unlocked via anomalies. Queue at least one technology for research. So, as I said, I watched a little bit of Scott Manley play this one, and the tech tree I didn't understand because it seemed to be all over the place. So we got transport optimization, then we got robotics. So this is just all robotics, but we don't know what any of the techs are until they pop up. Okay. So rather than knowing what your tech tree is and say, that's the research I want, and then beelining towards it, well, there we go. Adapting an air-breathing engine to work in the 95% carbon dioxide atmosphere of Mars is a challenge. But we've already got that researched, whatever it is. RC transports harvest resources faster and maximum storage increased by 15%. The remote location of some resource deposits calls for transport rover optimizations.
One other thing.
Each tech has a cost. Research points are generated in various ways. Your sponsor provides some research points to start with. Once colonists arrive, you'll be able to construct research labs which generate research points faster. You can view the breakdown of the research points gathered per sol in the right side of the research screen. Sponsors giving us 100. That's it. Close the research panel to be
nice work.
Done.
Now you know how to handle rovers.
Alright, I'm going to end this one here. Because this is still very, very much core tutorial. Going to do another episode straight after this. And you'll probably find that when you're watching this one, within an hour or so, the next episode will come out with the next part of the flying through the tutorial as fast as possible, because let's be honest, I want to get through this tutorial just as fast as you guys want to. By all means, look at the episode titles if you want to skip straight through to the first video, because I'll probably end up doing all the tutorials back to back, and then probably even release the very first video for the actual game, gameplay, with like an hour gap between them. Anyway, we'll find out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, being new video, new content, new everything on the channel. If it really helps if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to watch more Surviving Mars. You never know, there might be potatoes involved somewhere along the line. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this tomorrow. Leave me your thoughts, leave me your comments, and as always, share the video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Alright, bye!